Welcome, everybody, to the NXT card review. Now, tonight is a very special episode of NXT because we have a lot of special things going on in NXT tonight. We have a TNA title match. We have a Evolution Finals match to see who will go on to face JC Jane at Evolution. We have a Heritage Cup match. And we have a match to see whether or not Tavion Heights will leave No Quarter Catch Crew. This, I don't think, is official, but it is what they've posted, so let's hop right into it. Starting off, I want to touch on Javon Evans versus Tavion Heights in a match that determines whether or not Charlie Dempsey will finally let go of Tavion Heights. If Tavion loses, he has to stay with Charlie and Ren and No Quarter Catch Crew, but if Javon wins, or if Tavion wins and beats Javon, then he gets to branch off into his own singles star. So, I think in this match, Javon better win. Tavion deserves to be on his own, but I think that I would way rather see Javon Evans win this match than see Tavion Heights branch off on his own, where he would most likely just be sent down to Evolve, where he won't be able to thrive on the main roster of NXT. So, I think that Javon should win this match because there is no other reason why Tavion should be leaving No Quarter Catch Crew. But I will say that over the past few weeks, we've been seeing Ren Sinclair and her Happy Wednesday that she does, and she's been saying how she wants to leave No Quarter Catch Crew. So maybe we see a breakup tonight. Maybe we see some big news with the No Quarter Catch Crew because Miles is on his own, and Charlie, he's like pretty much not even in competition anymore. And Tavion's finally starting to try to do his own thing, but now Charlie isn't letting him. I'm loving this. It's kind of like Charlie's the leader. He's not letting anybody out, so I love this storyline, but I really hope Javon wins because I cannot tell you the last time I saw Javon Evans win, and y'all know he is my favorite NXT superstar, so I really hope Javon gets the win tonight. Next up, Channing Stacks Lorenzo faces to be determined for the vacant Heritage Cup Championship. We have a mystery opponent. Now, I could very much see this either be Luca Crucifino or Tony D'Angelo. Those are the main two options. We know that apparently Noam Dar has been injured. With what injury, I'm not so specifically sure, but I do know that Noam Dar is injured. So now we have the Heritage Cup vacant, and this match will be awesome to whoever comes out. But I do think that it will be Luca Crucifino so that we can build on that storyline of Stacks kind of rolling over NXT. And I think that if it is Tony D'Angelo, Lucas costing Tony, where it doesn't hurt Tony, but it also helps Stacks win the match and become your new Heritage Cup champion. Unless we see somebody from like TNA that comes over and maybe we see, now we have an NXT guy winning the TNA title. Maybe we see a TNA guy come over to NXT and win an NXT Cup. So I think that would be cool too. Those are my two options for that. I think that either we could see a TNA guy or an NXT guy walk out with a championship, but I would rather see Stacks walk out with it just because he's doing such good character work right now as like the leader of his own faction. Even though he has nobody with him, he has like the family, I guess you could say, that was walking around with Tony for a couple of weeks. But now, I think it's really important to have Stacks really blow up, and this is the first time he's going to be winning a championship on his own, and he's going to really branch off on his own and really going to start evolving, literally. I mean, that's the specific word to call it. He's going to be evolving. He's going to be becoming a super big superstar once he stops dealing with Tony D'Angelo and Luca, once he finally either builds a faction with Luca and Rizzo, or if he just, comes back with Tony and he's the leader now. He can really do some big things. In my opinion, he's the next big star for NXT, and he is going to win this match unless it is a TNA guy that's going to be the to-be-determined mystery opponent. He is going to win this match and become your new Heritage Cup champion, unless Tony costs him and it's a TNA guy that wins. But I would not be surprised if that happens. The next match is something I'm really excited for. We see Jada Parker take on Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, and Jordan Grace in a fatal four-way number one contenders match for the NXT Women's Championship at Evolution 2. We know Evolution 2 is coming up right around the corner, and we have this fatal four-way tonight to determine who will go on to face JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship at Evolution 2. This is the second Evolution PLE that we've saw since 2016 or 2018, I think, and I'm excited to see how this match will perform at Evolution. And obviously, the winner of this match has a big part of how this match is going to turn out. I think that I'm going to do process of elimination here. I think Izzy Dame does not have a chance. As much as I kind of like Izzy Dame in the ring, I just think that it's not her time. I don't think they're going to give her the opportunity while she is in the calling, and I don't think she is going to be branching out at all. And I think eventually she will be a superstar that is going to get released. Sorry, Izzy Dame fans, if you don't want to hear that, but I'm speaking the truth. You know, and everybody else around the world knows, she is calling the shots in the calling, and as soon as the calling let her go, then she's going to sink in the deep end, and that's going to be the end of Izzy Dame. Just going to say it. She's going to be ending up in AEW or TNA in the near future. Not the near future. I hope not. I'm going to say the next 2 years she's going to be in a different promotion or even on the indie scene. But, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't see it going anywhere unless she gets better mic work, which she has decent mic work, and if they just really boost her to the moon. But she's not a big, powerful superstar, and she really needs a good finisher to do that. So I think that Izzy Dame, for me, is eliminated. Lash Legend. She is on her rise to become a really great women's singles star. We know Jakara Jackson, her tag partner, has been released, and now she is working on the indie scene. If you want to see her matches on the indie scene, then subscribe to Triller TV. It is only $8, and no, this is not a promotion, or this is not a promo, this is not a sponsor. But if you want to see her matches, then go over and buy Triller TV. My subscription just ran out because I didn't see any use for it anymore. The only way I would really pay for it is for TNA events or even for Wrestling Revolver. But now that Wrestling Revolver is posting highlights, I'm going to stop using Triller TV. But it is very good if you are an indie wrestling fan and want to watch everything around the world. But Jakara Jackson, she's on the indies. Lash Legend has been doing really great things as a single star, qualifying for this match against Kalani Jordan, I think it was. So I am excited to see how she's going to square up against these three women. I mean, she is probably, obviously the biggest woman in this match, but she is going to be she's going to be a superstar that you won't expect to do much, but she is really going to come out and bring it her best. I'm excited. Jada, next up, Jada Parker is also in this match. Jada's been on a tear recently, and really the fans have been behind her, especially in her entrance. And I think that now that she is technically branched off from OTM, and by the way, OTM deserves to have the tag titles, I think that Jada Parker has a real big chance in this match. But the next opponent in this match, which is Jordan Grace, she has been searching for a championship, searching for the opportunity to do something big in WWE ever since she's been in the promotion. So I think it's her time to finally come out and do these great things in this Fatal 4-Way match, going to face Jacy Jayne. And I know I would not expect her to win the NXT Championship. I think she will at Evolution if she does win this match, which is what I'm going to predict. I'm going to say Jordan Grace goes into this match and wins it all, takes out Jada, Lash, and Izzy, and becomes your number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship at Evolution 2. And eventually we see Fallon Henley finally have enough of Jacy Jayne's crap over the next few weeks. I really hope they start building up that real blood heat and that rivalry between the two of they've just really had enough of each other. Over the past few months, they have been arguing off and on every single week. And at this point, I say instead of just letting them argue, instead of making them look like a really weak faction, having an NXT championship on one of the superstars in that faction is not going to help it become stronger. So I think Jasmine Nix, first of all, needs to branch off on her own. She is the best superstar, in my opinion, out of that whole faction. Jacy Jayne is your women's NXT champion, and Fallon Henley is doing nothing on the side. She had her moment. She had her moment as a women's North American champion. Her time is up. Her time is with Sol Ruca. Her time is with Kalani Jordan. All of them need to branch off on her own. Fallon needs to go to the mid-card division where she can face Kalani, Sol, Lola, all these people in these phenomenal matches that I just listed and have banger after banger in NXT and even on women's PLEs. I think that's what would really help Fallon Henley. And as Jacy Jayne goes, she could be a real threat in the main event division, especially knowing that she defeated Stephanie Vauquer. I mean, yes, she did do it with the help of Fallon Henley, but if we make her a real big threat, she has every single bit of pieces that you need to become a great superstar in NXT. She has the great mic work. She has probably one of the best women's in-ring ability in the whole entire roster, and she has great great in-ring work. So I think that is perfect. I think that Jordan Grace should go on and face JC Jane. But I do think Jordan Grace will end up winning the NXT Championship at Evolution, and we finally see the breakup of Fatal Influence. And in the main event, Trick Williams takes on Josh Briggs for the TNA World Championship. Trick Williams versus Josh Briggs for the TNA World Championship is going to happen tonight in the main event of NXT, and I'm super excited. Trick deserves this match. Josh Briggs 100% deserves this match, even if you don't think so. He has done phenomenal work in the tag division in the couple of weeks that Yoshiki Inamura was not in NXT. I can't lie, he did not hold his own, and he was not looking strong. Yoshiki holds Josh Briggs together, and I'm excited to see Yoshiki on the sideline tonight, maybe cheering on his partner and Josh Briggs. I think that Trick Williams will retain your NXT Championship, or retain your TNA World Championship in this match tonight. Josh just isn't at that caliber of level yet. He can be if they give him the right opportunities. But Josh Briggs is one of my favorites. Trick Williams is one of my favorites. And Trick is your champ. Trick is going to retain your championship tonight and still be your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So, I think that tonight is going to be an awesome NXT. And I think that every single one of these matches that I've listed in these 4 matches are going to burn the house down and have the possibility to change the way people look at NXT. Trick and Josh are going to put on an epic showing, though I do wish that we had a little bit of a high flyer going against Trick. We know what he can do against Oba and Javon. We know what he can do against them. Now we need something for Trick Williams to do after this. Now it's to the point to where at TNA, people aren't really complaining about Trick being your champion anymore for that promotion. It's a normal thing now. Joe Hendry lost against Frankie Kazarian at TNA Against All Odds. He is going off the deep end, folks. He's going off the deep end. And Trick, that is the only person that has the real opportunity to take the title off of Trick. Not Mike Santana, not Frankie Kazarian. Nobody in TNA really has the opportunity, besides Moose, and I guess you would say, to take the title off of Trick Williams. Trick Williams is a great champion. He deserves to be the champion, and it's perfect because he really does not fit in the NXT Championship division right now, but he sure does fit in the TNA Championship division because he is what's holding that together, and I will say that with all my might. I don't watch TNA on a weekly basis. I watch their PLEs sometimes, and their pay-per-views sometimes, and I really don't even enjoy them that much. But the matches are really good. Their storylines are pretty decent. And to be honest, Trick Williams is the best thing going in the main card division in TNA. It's just how it goes. I'm super excited for tonight. And if you looked in the background of this video, you know that, it's obviously sunny outside today. But I've gotten these curtains. And now, even whenever it's sunny, you won't have bad quality like kind of normally. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next stream. See y'all in the next one.